at law and rules, see the whole thing. They're available to you online. So again, if this is enough, this is enough. If you want to expand your knowledge, and no one ever counsels you against expanding your knowledge, look at laws and rules. They're fully blown out. It would take a textbook the size of this room to give it to you, and it would scare the living bejesus out of you. We used to have a 450-page textbook along with a book called An Outline with 1,001 questions. And people would come into for a week and they'd pass out. Can't do this. Scary. So we tried to do it to make it digestible. Now again, know your maximum fine can be no more than how much?
5 years.
Oh, you nailed it. Now again, from minor to major, these are the threats range of penalties, and you can see these all in 61J2 of the Florida Administrative Code. They go from in order of minor, a reprimand. You've been found doing something wrong, but you still are performing services of real estate. Again, maximum fine is no more than $5,000. But you're still practicing. Probation. Watch what you're doing. We'll still let you practice, but we're going to keep an eye on you. Now again, suspension, temporary. Revocation, like love, forever. Again, denial of license privileges. Again, FREC does not, as an administrative body, have the power to take away one's fees. And again, the administrative body of FREC will never be allowed to imprison. Always exclude imprisonment as an administrative penalty for them. Always no imprisonment. And again, commissions are civil, not administrative, right? Criminal, civil, they do not touch. Administrative, yes, they can. Now again, by its nature, and this you must know as a highlight, suspension by its nature is temporary. The FREC may suspend for no more than 10 years. Now, again, to keep the profession in a good light, they might suspend the license once, but it comes down to bad behavior a second time. The normal procedure would be revocation, not a second suspension. Thank you, Wolfgang. Now again, revocation by its nature is the most severe penalty that FREC may administer because in an administrative body, they cannot imprison. So again, the two minor exceptions you could worry about for your state exam, but it is normally permanent except for these two exemptions, which you might see on a state test. Now again, the FREC may, because when we submit our application, we submit our fingerprints with them, and really, I have seen how they check backgrounds. You think Interpol is thorough? Check the beeper. They're better. Again, lacking character or competence. Again, did a bad act in your previous life that would have lost your license. You can't get a license if you don't pass the state exam, pay the application fee. Now, applications are denied one of two ways, with prejudice. That means the party who's applying for the license is not meeting the standards of the department. And they will be denied with the opportunity to a hearing in 21 days. Again, they can have a formal hearing to protest the denial. Sloppiness will be denial without prejudice. Just clean it up and we'll look at it as a new application. Know the differences. Now again, the DRE within DeBeeper is the intermediary between the FREC, which only shows up 2 days a month, and the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. They do all the work. Now again, the DRE has ministerial duties, which the FREC cannot do. Again, they do the filing, the record keeping, they investigate, inspect, and audit real estate offices and schools, and they prosecute complaints if the complaint is required to be investigated. It must meet a test of legal sufficiency. Now again, the authority of the DRE is the intermediary. They regulate brokers, sales associates, real estate schools, and real estate instructors. Now, again, there are minor issues which are not requiring that one gets it on their record or be disciplined in a heavy way. A notice of non-compliance is issued for sloppiness that does not affect negatively the general